there, Celia. Morning. I see Mr. Foucault and Mr. Simon aren't accompanying you today.
Yeah, they left the dorm before me and went off on their own.
It's not often I see one of you without the others.
Really? Is it that rare?
Yeah. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You just like to watch their backs, right? Like a reliable older sister.
Reliable older sister. Huh.
I'm grateful. At least little Celia is okay. The kid really lucked out. She was out of town when it all happened.
Oh, thank the primordial beasts for that. The other children haven't been the same since.
Those poor kids. At least she was spared that awful sight.
I didn't see anything. I couldn't see anything. I'm sorry, Mother, Father. I'm sorry, Leo, Yuko.
Are you okay?
Sorry, Michelle. It's nothing.
If you say so. By the way, I know you said the other two left the dorm before you, but they're not in the classroom yet.
Huh?
And class will be starting soon.
I can't believe those guys. I'll go look for them. If the instructor shows up before I get back, stall for us.
I'll try.
I can't take my eyes off of them for a second. I'll start with Leo. I bet he's swinging his sword around in the courtyard.
Not you!
Hey! You're the guy who tried to make us late in the exam.
I'm really sorry for what I did. I was so focused on getting into Blaze, I got desperate. But looking back on it, I'm glad I lost anyway.
Why's that?
I mean, Instructor Lisette. I wouldn't last a day with her teaching me. I'm surprised you haven't run screaming yet. Hang in there, and try not to die.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cod-style mystic art. Beasts roar!
You did not just say "rawr." That's so lame.
Celia! You saw that?
It's your fault for showing off that lame art in broad daylight.
Well, I happen to think the name's cool. Anyway, what do you want?
What do you think? Class is about to start.
Whoops. Is it really that late? Guess I was too absorbed in my noble training to notice.
Try getting your noble butt to class. Hugo's next. He's probably buried in a book. If I head back inside and hang left, I'll hit the library. I think I'm getting a hang of the layout.
man.
Did something happen?
I lost my favorite pen all of a sudden. And I just had it, too.
That's weird.
I aced all my exams with that pen. I don't know if I can take the next one without it.
Let's see, is this my next class? We change rooms so often at this academy. I'm always worried I'm gonna step into the wrong one. I did that once and just about died of embarrassment.
Imperial Chancellor August Wallenstein. Accomplished and shrouded in mystery.
Hugo?
His combat prowess and tactical mind are first class.
Hey, Hugo!
If I were him, I'd set my sights on the Federation's...
Hugo, snap out of it!
What? Oh, hey Celia. I didn't see you there.
Maybe you would've if you got your head out of the clouds. You really get absorbed in things, huh? Come on. It's time for class. Pack it up.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
I need to get back to the classroom, too. I'm back. Where's the instructor?
He arrived before you did. So I tried asking if he had everything he needed for class. Turns out he was missing something. So he went back to the faculty room.
Really? Good thinking, Michelle.
I didn't really do much. Oh, the Mr. Foucault and Mr. Simon are both here now.
Great. I'd be mad if all that effort had been for nothing. Anyway, shall we head inside too?
Miss Arvier, you're class monitor today, correct? Could you bring these papers to the faculty room for me? I've got to get ready for my next class.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I hate being stuck in a classroom.
Maybe if you'd studied more, you'd come up with better attack names.
What attack names?
Hey! Celia, I swear, you better not tell him.
But should I? The faculty room is all the way to the right.
You're a first-year Blaze student, yeah? You've probably learned your way around already. But if you ever get lost, just check the signboard here. I practically lived in front of this thing my first year.
about done here.
Ah, Celia Arvier. Good timing. Can I ask you to deliver a message for me?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
I set 4 second and third year Blaze students up on a date with a man-eating beast. But I've switched our meeting point to the courtyard. Can you inform Dufour and the others? I expect they'll be in the dorms.
I'll get right on it. I'll take whatever way's the quickest to get outside. So the 4 Blaze students she mentioned are the third years, meaning Lucien and Maxime, and the second years, meaning Yelsie and Vanessa. Guess I'll start looking for them in the dorms.
I just saw 2 people sitting by the dorm entrance. I'm pretty sure it was Yelsie and Maxime. Couldn't tell you what they were doing there, though. Mackie, do you see it? Did you find it yet?
Not yet, but I'm searching as hard as I possibly can. I can't believe I've stooped so low.
Excuse me.
Oh, Celia. What is it?
The instructor said your new meeting place is the courtyard.
The courtyard? Good to know.
So, is something the matter?
Would you believe it? She lost a keychain charm.
Want some help looking for it?
No, there's little point. I've already scoured the area.
All right. I gotta go then. I need to tell the other 2 about the new meeting spot.
Lucien and Vanessa, I take it.
I don't know where Lucy is. But Nessa said she was going to the infirmary.
Thanks for the tip. I'll check it out. The infirmary is past the faculty room. To the right. Oh, Vanessa!
Celia, what is it?
The instructor said you're to meet her in the courtyard.
I see. Thank you.
Mind if I ask what you're doing here?
Lucien asked me to investigate something.
During your free period? You sure are a hard worker.
I could say the same thing to you, Little Miss Messenger.
Oh, this is just a quick favor I'm doing. The only person I've still gotta find is Lucien.
I saw him near the second floor storeroom. You should see if he's still there.
Thank you, I will. The stairs straight ahead should lead to the storeroom. But I am curious. What's Lucien doing there? Hello, Headmaster.
Hello there. Doing well, I hope? Have you gotten accustomed to the school yet?
Yes, I'm able to get around pretty well. I only have to check the signboard periodically.
I'm glad to hear that. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Thank you very much, Headmaster.
My next class is arithmetic. But what do knights need to know math for? To count our weapons or enemies? She seems stupid to me. All a knight needs is a strong body and even stronger skills. You agree with me, right?
Just as I thought.
Lucien!
Celia? Can I help you?
The instructor says you guys will be meeting in the courtyard.
Is that so? Thank you very much. By the way, I've been told you have exceptional eyesight. Is that true?
Huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if I'd call it exceptional, though.
Huh. I see. My apologies. That was all I needed to know.
Okay. I'm just gonna get going then. Instructor, I've let everyone know.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm gonna be late. I've gotta get to my next class, Stat.
All right, good luck.
Next is cooking class. I better hurry to the cafeteria.
Something smells good. Is there a cooking class happening right now?
Are you here for a look at Lord Aglaya too? The whole academy's impressive, but this chapel takes the cake. It must be because Lord Aglaya is here.
I think so too. The first time I saw him in person, I was blown away. I'd never been so close to a primordial beast before.
That's how I felt in my first year too. But now his presence seems so natural to me. Seeing Lord Aglaya like this, I think I finally get it. What "May the primordial beasts be with us" means. Well, sort of at least.
One ability that Vicar Canon possesses, said to be granted by Origin the Creator, is the All-Seeing Eye. You can imagine what this ability means. At this very moment, the Vicar is watching over us, even from afar.
Watching from afar, huh?
I'm passing out the pot of food recipe and ingredients now. Read it over, follow the instructions, and you'll be fine. This'll be your lunch today, so be careful, okay? You gotta eat any mistakes you make.
Time to cook as nobly as I can. It'll be delicious.
Whatever you say. Michelle, yours is so good! How did you make it so amazing?
Oh, I just added a little secret ingredient. How are Mr. Foucault and Mr. Simon doing?
These slices aren't noble. They're totally pathetic.
Not good, but I can still fix it. First, spices. If I organize them by region...
Forget lunch. They'll be here until dinner.
You may be right about that.
Hmm?
Everything okay?
Did something just zoom by?
I didn't see anything at least.
Huh? Wait, where'd my spoon go?
Chill out, man. Are you sure you didn't just forget it?
You should eat your lunch before it gets cold.
Yeah, you're right. Time to dig in! Phew! I'm stuffed. Uh-oh. Time for the next class. Though it's self-study, isn't it?
Yes, I'll be helping out at the infirmary. What about you?
Practicing archery at the training ground.
I see. Well, good luck!
You too. Ah, the training ground. The academy already feels like home. And thanks to the Blaze final exam, the training ground feels especially familiar. Awesome! Good stuff! Okay, let's start with the warm-up. From the top. Focus on the target. Ha! Yep! Go! Yeah? Yeah? I'm still not as good as I need to be. I have to practice more so I don't fall behind. That's it for self-study. Just one more class to go. Okay, let's finish strong. Back to the classroom. Man, life at the academy sure is hectic. Even when we're not going on missions.
Classes are finally over.
I thought they'd never end. Hey, before we head back to the dorms for the day, do you think you could give me some cooking lessons? You saw Leo and Hugo earlier. I'm their only hope.
Sure, why not? But most of what I cook is Almer Kagan cuisine. If you'd like, we can look for recipes in the library. Then try some new dishes together.
I love that idea. Let's get to it, Michelle.
Okay.
Well, you survived class, Leo. Headed back to the dorms?
Nah, I need to move my body after all that sitting around.
Then how does a mock battle between us sound?
Sounds perfect. What about you, Celia?
Michelle's gonna give me some cooking lessons. 'Cause if I leave that to you two, you'll poison us.
I guess we'll just go fight then.
Yeah, feeling really motivated now.
The library is at the end of the hall, right?
Yep, I was just there. Okay, let's get started.
I'll find us some seats.
Sounds good. I'll hunt down some recipes.
Teamwork!
Recipes. What do we have here? Learn from the Hazar chefs, their secret recipes. A lot of these really lay the spices on thick. Not that that's bad, but I want something a little different. What else do they have in here? Oh, is this a dessert? Huh, it uses beans. It's perfect. I'll go with this one. This shelf is all about Amr Kagan. That's where Michelle's from. You'll see too, of course. 3 minutes and done. Amr Kagan's local dishes. Ooh, this buttery omelet looks delicious. Let's see. First, churn the milk into butter. What? Hold on, this is not getting done in 3 minutes. But I guess I'll write this one down too.
You may not realize this, but our collection is renowned. We have far more literature than your average school. Too bad the students don't seem to care.
This book here is Sylvier's Healthiest Dishes. Huh. Looks like it uses vegetables native to Sylvier. Well, we are blessed with greenery and good weather. We've got the best tasting veggies around. Whoa, this terrine looks delicious. I'll jot this one down. They've got a lot of cookbooks from Arconis too. Arconis recipes that even a pole wiggle could make. These all look healthy too. Whoa! Is this cake really made from quinoa? In that case, you don't need to worry about the calories. It's pretty too. Okay, I'm definitely writing this one down. This section's got a lot of Oddguard recipes. How to give your cooking a Dolganor flair. Huh. This food cart owner collected a bunch of recipes and modified them to his own personal tastes. Wow, this keema curry looks good. Michelle likes spicy food too, so I bet she'll love this. I'm back, Michelle, and I got a bunch of recipes.
That's great, let's take a look.
They all look good to me. But that Hazar dessert looked extra tasty.
As for me, the Oddguard curry sounds nice. Something about it so tempting.
What?
Celia?
Hold on, didn't you see that? Something just flew right past us.
Really? Again? Sorry, I didn't see anything.
Huh? Where'd the checkout list go? It was here a second ago, I swear.
Another missing item? Just like that guy's spoon.
Celia Arvier.
Yes?
I need your assistance for a vital mission. Will you come with me?
But Celia...
Sure. I'll help you in whatever way I can.
Now then, let's head to the square.
Right.
Okay. Come one, come all! Get your stamp rally cards here, folks!
Good. We've got our card. Now we just need to collect stamps throughout the city. Then we can tackle the shooting gallery.
I thought this was gonna be important.
Something wrong?
No, it's just... We're here to win a prize from the shooting gallery, right?
It must be really valuable for you to recruit Celia.
It is to Yelsie, at least. She lost the one she had.
Are you talking about that keychain she was looking for?
So you've heard. That saves time.
Well, if it's to help Yelsie out, then leave it to me. I'm all in.
Let's start with the Florist.
The Florist is on Market Street.
There are so many shops, it's easy to get lost. Instructor? What are you doing here?
Is it that surprising to see me? I'm shopping for dinner. And for something to drink with it.
Instructor Lisette, you can cook?
Of course I can. Who do you think you're talking to?
May I ask what you're making tonight?
Anchovy potatoes with pickled mushrooms. I got a good deal on the ingredients.
That sounds more like an appetizer than a dinner.
The florist here is really quite incredible. They make the perfect bouquet for any occasion. Want to send flowers to a loved one? Look no further. Not that I'm brave enough to do that myself.
All right, here's your stamp.
That's one down.
How many do we need again?
3. There's 2 left.
Well, that's not so bad.
Let's hurry and snag them all. Where's the next one?
A place called the Stop-In Diner.
I know that place. It's at the north end of the shopping district. The Stop-In Diner is down the next road.
So you've been there before?
I just...
Oh, me and my bad habits. There's just one tempting shop after another here. Before I knew it, I bought 5 miniatures of Luderome. I don't even know where I'll put them all.
That eatery serves good food, affordable too. If I recall, it was started by a chef who worked at a hotel. I believe it was in Lund? We're lucky they moved here.
We'd like a stamp, please.
I'd give it to you, but I gotta follow the special stamp rally rule. You have to make a dish using Market Street ingredients first. Cook something up, and you'll get your stamp.
They're in cahoots with Market Street.
Well, this entire event is a sales promotion, so...
Don't you worry. It won't cost you a thing. They're handing out ingredients for free at Market Street. And you can cook using our equipment here.
That's generous.
What dish do we have to make?
Bitter ratatouille. Here's a recipe.
Gotcha. Looks like we'll need to visit some vegetable stands. And the spice shop.
Let's get to it then.
We should head back to Market Street. Welcome! You want to know where Market Street is? Well, you're in luck. You're already here! The very street you stand upon is the one you seek. Have a good day. And don't forget to shop for dinner.
Why, hello there! What can I get for you ladies today?
We're not here to shop.
Hi, what a sweet girl. You know, I have a spice that would be perfect for you. It's a little on the hot side, but once you try it, you'll be hooked. And it goes with practically everything. Our clientele love it.
Wow, that does sound good.
Not what we're here for.
Look at you with that steely gaze. We've got a sweet spice that'll relax you.
Give us the stamp rally spices.
Here's the sugar and salt. Take it.
Good. Let's go, you two.
Wow. You said it.
Excuse me, are you working with the stamp rally? We heard we could get ingredients for it here.
For the bitter ratatouille? That's right! Here are some fresh tomatoes.
Thank you.
My shop's got the freshest vegetables in Luderome. Better come back now, you hear? I'll even give you a discount.
Pretty aggressive sales pitch. Hello? We're here for ingredients? Is this the right place?
Oh, you're here for the stamp rally. Well, the Delambre bitters are in that box there. Have at 'em. Take as much as you need.
There's no limit? Is that fair?
The old man doesn't seem interested in profit.
But the quality of his vegetables is amazing. I think I'm gonna start getting my groceries here.
Really?
Let's just be grateful we got what we needed.
We've got all the ingredients.
Now for the cooking.
Let's head back to the stop-in diner.
How should we divvy up all the cooking responsibilities?
Vanessa, you slice the vegetables. Celia, you measure the spices.
All right.
Okay.
There. Done!
This is amazing! Your dish is leagues above the rest.
I'm glad to hear that. It's all thanks to teamwork.
No, I think that was all you.
Yeah, we didn't do a thing.
Huh? Why would you say that?
Well, you've certainly earned this stamp of approval. Thanks for the delicious meal.
We've got 2 now.
Just 1 left, and our last stop is...
The armor shop. Let's go. The armor shop is south of the shopping district.
So you've been there before?
It's not like I go there every single day. Some days I go to the florist.
I didn't say anything.
After I cooked the dumb dish they asked me to, I finally got all of the stamps, but it didn't even matter. Because that stupid shooting game is so unfair, I failed. If only I knew a soldier who'd do it for me.
Excuse us, we're here for the stamp rally.
Oh, sorry, but the stamp isn't here at the moment.
It isn't here! Ah!
Vanessa, you're scaring the poor man.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
I left the stamp with my son, you see. And he took it out with him on a delivery.
But he'll be back soon, right?
Honestly, he should be back already.
Where's your son delivering to?
The Garrison on the west side of town.
Thank you. We'll check it out.
You really want to fill out those stamps, huh? I'm an organizer of this event, so that makes me very happy.
What's the fastest way to the Garrison?
Welcome! I've got info on more than just the shopping district.
To reach the Garrison, turn around and head straight. When you hit the square, take the first road on the left. You can also get there from the South Gate Square.
Off you go! Try not to get lost.
What do I do now?
Excuse us, are you the armor shop owner's son?
Yeah, I help out at my dad's shop. Who are you guys?
Just participants in the stamp rally.
The stamp... Oh, sorry, I ran off with it, didn't I?
Nothing to apologize for. Is there a problem, though?
Yeah, there was this gust of wind a second ago. It must have torn a hole in my delivery bag somehow. Stuff slipped out and went every which way.
That's quite the conundrum.
It's just cheap ore, but I'm still missing 5 pieces of it. They should be around here somewhere.
Hey, Vanessa, I know it's out of our way, but...
We're on the same page. Let's help look.
Seriously? They have a faint shine. That might help. You guys are lifesavers.
What should I do?
Hey, you! That thing you're holding!
Huh? It's just something I saw this guy drop.
Well, we're trying to help him get it back. We'd appreciate it if you'd hand it over.
Okay, yeah. That's fine, you can have it. Honestly, I was gonna give it back to him myself.
Are you sure you weren't going to keep it?
No, I swear. By the primordial beast, I wasn't gonna steal it. And I definitely wasn't thinking about how much I'd sell it for.
Just 4 more to go.
They're so small. This isn't going to be easy. Is that it?
Did you find one?
This dull shine. Yes, I believe it's one of the ores.
Good job!
Let's be careful not to lose it ourselves. 3 more to go. Let's keep...
Are you girls here sightseeing? If you're looking for the West Gate, go left down here. If it's the Garrison you want, it'll be just around that corner.
Thank you, but we're actually students at the academy.
Oh, future soldiers then. We're counting on you to protect the Federation.
Welcome! We have lots of stuff to sell today!
It looks like she's playing shop.
That's so cute! What are you selling?
These nuts I got in the forest. And this pretty stone I just picked up.
Oh, look at that!
It's a piece of the ore.
Would you sell that pretty stone to us?
I kinda wanna keep it, but I have to sell it because this is a store. Here you go!
Thank you!
Come again!
How adorable!
I'm glad she was willing to part with it. Alrighty, last 2.
My eyes hurt from looking so much.
Is this one?
It is. Nice work spotting it.
Amazing, Celia!
Well, I've always had good eyes. You know, this is kind of fun. Like searching for treasure.
We're down to the last piece.
It's always the last one that's the hardest to find.
We got this!
Hey, guess what? I'm waiting for someone.
A friend?
Nope, my boyfriend.
You're what?
What did she say?
We're in love. We play together every day.
But you're a child. Are you saying that you're dating at your age?
Yep. Aren't you dating anyone? Girls my age know all there is to know about dates. We even do kisses.
You... kiss? I feel faint. Celia, I need to lie down.
Okay. Watch for rocks. Oh, hey! Is this a piece of ore?
Let me see.
As far as I can tell, that's...
just trash.
Really? And I was so sure.
Did you hear about Fort Bainset?
You mean how they captured an Imperial Major General? Apparently, they couldn't get any good info out of him.
That's not even the craziest part.
Then what is?
It's who took down the fort. 2 Blaze students and their instructor. That's it.
Only 3 people? And all from the academy?
There were soldiers there too, of course. But I hear they barely contributed at all.
That's a shame.
Yeah, not a great look for us.
Ah, just as I thought.
Is something the matter, ma'am?
Oh no, I just happened to kick something while walking. I noticed it had a strange sparkle to it. So I went to pick it up. And as it turns out, it's quite a unique and pretty stone.
You see what I see? It's the ore we're looking for.
Oh, does it belong to you girls? No wonder it didn't look like your average rock. Here you are. Keep an eye on it this time.
Thank you.
I'm impressed she noticed it shimmering right away.
She must have eyes like Celia's.
Now we've got them all.
Let's bring them back to the armor shop owner's son.
I can't believe you found them all! Thank you so much. Now I can finish my delivery.
May we get our card stamped first?
Yes, of course. Hey, it's your last one. Congrats.
We did it!
Though it took far longer than I expected.
Now we can try our hand at the shooting gallery.
Yep. You'll want to visit their booth for more info.
I believe it was near the eatery. Let's go. It took us quite a while, but it's finally go time. Celia, we're counting on you.
Leave it to me.
Are you girls students from the Night Academy?
Yes.
How nice. I hear you can see Lord Aglaia from the chapel there.
Yeah, you can. I like seeing him from the square too, though.
I used to go to the chapel to see him when I was young. But these legs aren't what they used to be. It's too difficult for me to get there these days.
I'm sorry to hear that. stamps.
You sure do, all 3. Congratulations! Take a crack at the shooting gallery!
So nice to hear those words.
Yes, now then. Celia, show us what you've got.
Will do. Just you watch.
Challenger, step forward!
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. What? Got it. What? I'm on a roll. Got it.
This is my last chance.
You did it and set a new record! You get to pick any prize, from a travel voucher to luxury furniture. Now, what would you like?
Anything really? That's perfect! I'll take that cute keychain over there.
What? You realize that's our bottom tier prize. Are you sure you want it?
Yep, that's what we were aiming for.
All right, then. Well, hope you enjoy it.
You did great work today. Thank you both.
No problem. We actually had a good time, too.
Is that so?
Is something wrong?
It's just... you did such a good job. Can I ask you to help out with something else?
Sure. That's fine with me.
Same here. Is there something else you need my help shooting at? I can do it. Keychains, jewels, whatever you need.
How about a heart?
What?
Small items have gone missing all over. It's like an epidemic. So I need you and your bow to shoot the culprit right through the heart.
Thank you for agreeing to assist with our investigation. There's been several reports of small items disappearing. At first, we chalked it up to mere coincidence. But it's clear now that isn't the case.
I knew it.
Were you already aware?
I've seen something flash by a few times, but it was so quick.
You actually saw it?
It seems we were right to ask for your help.
Good luck, Celia. If you need me, I'll be around.
Where do you think you're going? We'll be needing your expertise as well.
Me? What could I do?
I was just at the armor shop, but they had to close early. Something about a theft?
It seems we have no time to waste. I don't want to rush you, but could you go check it out?
Sure thing.
Let's get the details on the armor shop theft first.
We were just there yesterday.
Sorry, folks. We're closed. Oh, hey! You're the ladies from the stamp rally.
We wanted to ask you about the theft.
What exactly was stolen? When did it happen? And how? Any details you could give us are helpful.
It was one of our polishing cloths. But I don't really know how it was stolen.
What about when?
You girls are gonna think I'm crazy. But it disappeared while I was in the middle of using it. Suddenly, I'm polishing the shield with my bare hands.
How strange.
And that's all you can tell us?
Yeah, it was eerie. Oh, that reminds me. I heard the Garrison was up in arms about missing stuff, too.
Then we'll talk to them next. Next stop, the Garrison.
Is it just me, or are we retracing our steps from yesterday?
Should we shake things up by going a different route?
I don't think that'll help much.
I swear, you've got to believe me!
Excuse us. Sorry to interrupt. We heard you had some items disappear recently.
Yeah, the ore we use for weapon maintenance. This guy says he took his eyes off it for just a second. And then it apparently disappeared without a trace.
Or could it be?
It's probably the ore we collected yesterday.
You know, if you did steal it, you're in a lot of trouble.
I would have come up with a much better excuse than this if I did! Please, I'm telling the truth!
We won't get any more information here.
So what next?
You know, there's a fortune teller in the Southgate Square.
Really, Michelle?
It's just a suggestion.
Our fortunes, huh? A glimpse into our future endeavors. I'm interested.
You are?
We might as well try. We don't have any other leads.
Fine. Let's go then.
If I recall, the fortune teller's at the Southgate Square, yes?
Mm-hmm. I can't believe we're desperate enough to rely on fortune-telling.
Oh, come on. What's the harm?
You three. You're investigating the missing items, yes?
Whoa! How did you...
My crystal ball predicted your arrival before it was swiped.
Wait, your crystal ball was stolen?
As is according to destiny. Regardless, there's something else I saw in the future. The next disappearance will occur in this very square.
What did you say?
Hey! My handkerchief, it's gone!
Celia!
Huh? I'm sorry, I missed!
No, you grazed it. It's slowing down.
Then we can chase it! Let's go! Wait! Celia! You won't get away! Hold it right there! You sure are fast. You... wait! I won't lose you! Just a little more. I gotcha!
So it was a beast.
Although, it doesn't seem dangerous.
Agreed. I mean, it's not like it's hurt anybody, just taken things.
Now that I'm looking, it's kinda like the keychain, like from the stamp rally. It's so cute.
Seriously. Maybe it was taking things to make itself a nest or something.
I failed to kill it.
Why would you do that? Vanessa!
What do you mean, why? This is our goal. It's the very reason I brought you along.
Huh?
As an expert in various arts, I want your opinion, so be honest. Could that beast, possibly, be controlled by someone in or from the Empire?
What?
Let's report the situation to Lucien.
Come on, Michelle.
Okay.
I see. So you weren't able to kill it.
We're sorry.
It's all right. We'll need to set traps to lure it in. That should make it easier to exterminate.
I'm sorry, but do we have to kill it? as far as I could tell, it wasn't being controlled by any kind of art.
I admit, that's a relief to hear. However, theft is no small crime. Furthermore, this may still be part of an Imperial plot.
So we have to kill it just because we don't know for sure?
You understand, then?
Yes, in theory.
Hey, so about those traps.
Yes. How is that going to work?
I've listed 4 kinds of materials we'll need to build them. Once constructed, we'll place 5 of them around the city.
Very well. Understood. Shall we begin?
All right.
So, what are the materials we need to make the traps?
A crystal ball, a soft cloth, a keychain, and 2 ore pieces.
Those are all the things it's stolen before.
Yes, so they're likely to catch the beast's attention.
We could get them by revisiting the places that were robbed.
Correct. The shooting gallery is the closest. Let's ask if we can have another keychain.
Anyone else feel like we keep doing the same laps?
You girls again! Not back with another stamp card, are you?
No, of course not.
We are here for something related, though.
Oh? What can I help you with?
It's about the keychain prize you're offering. Do you have an extra you could give us?
That darn keychain again! We had one left just before, but the pastor won and picked it for his prize as well!
The pastor?
Guess we should head to the church.
Why does everyone want that keychain? There's something going on here! I can feel it!
The church is just beyond that bridge.
It sure is a popular keychain, huh? That reminds me, did you give Yelsie the one we won?
Yes. She said, and I quote, "Thanksies so much."
Good day to you all. Have you come to pray?
No, actually, we have a request.
We heard you won a keychain at the shooting gallery. Would you be willing to give it to us?
Goodness.
We wouldn't normally go around asking for people's belongings. It's a complicated story.
Well, whatever your reasons, I'm willing to part with it. I can't say it suits me particularly well. Besides, I'm certain it was Lord Aglaya who led you all here. Please, take it.
How kind.
Thank you.
Next, we should see about acquiring some cloth.
The same kind the armor shop uses for polishing, right?
Oh ho! It's not often I see you 3 together.
Are you out shopping, Maxine?
Not quite. While helping Yelsie with her search, I caught my jacket on a branch and tore it. I just took it to the tailor's to be repaired.
That stinks.
Indeed. Meanwhile, I must continue my search. I can't leave Yelsie in distress, her keychain unfound. Yesterday, I plunged myself into the depths of the pond.
Maxime? I'm sorry you're just hearing this now, but...
Yeah, we already replaced Yelsie's keychain for her. She's fine.
You... did what? Why did you wait so long to tell me?
Oh, it's you ladies. Thanks for all your help the other day.
Are you in charge of the shop right now?
Yeah, my dad's out making some purchases for the place. Can I get you anything?
We're not actually here to buy armor. Do you happen to have any more of those polishing cloths?
Oh, like the one that was stolen yesterday? Yeah, we've got a few. We don't sell them, but you can have one if you like. Consider it thanks for helping us out.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask about your ore while we're here. Do you have any left?
Sorry. That delivery was the last of it. And I don't know when we'll be getting more.
I see. Don't worry about it, then.
Guess we'll need to check with the Garrison, huh? The Garrison's our best bet. Hopefully they'll have some left.
They were robbed yesterday too, so...
Well, there's no harm in asking.
Hey! I remember you! Hi there! What are you playing today?
I was looking at the river earlier. One time, when I was looking at it real close, a poleweagle jumped out and made a big splash! It was so cute!
They're dangerous as well.
Make sure to be careful, even around the cute beasts.
Yeah, Mommy told me that too.
Oh, you girls were here yesterday.
Yes, that's us. About the ore that was stolen. Would you happen to have any left?
I suppose we do.
Great! Could we get 2 pieces from you?
Now hold on. Why would we just give them to you for free? Just because there's some left doesn't mean we won't use them.
We're hunting down the culprit behind the thefts. And we need the ore to help set a trap.
So that's what this is about. Alright, you can have your 2 pieces. Just make sure to catch the crook, okay? One of our guys is being put through the ringer over it.
Oh no. They still suspect that poor man from yesterday?
We've got most of the stuff on the list.
Our last stop is the fortune tellers.
Would they have an extra crystal ball just lying around?
I'm not sure.
I knew you 3 would be back.
Did you see that in our future?
Then you know why we're here.
You want this brand new crystal ball of mine.
If that's all right. I know it's a lot to ask.
No, no, this too is predestined. You may take it with you, but treat it with care. A lot of care.
Can't imagine we wouldn't after that.
Thank you for your assistance.
Now we've got everything.
Time to make the traps.
There, all set. Okay, we're placing 4 more, right?
Yes. If we put them where Lucian said to, then we should have each of the major roads covered.
Cool. Everything's set and ready to go. For now, we'll just have to sit back and wait.
Yes. Wait for the explosion. That's our signal.
Then, as soon as we hear that...
We got it!
Good. Then let us...
What? 3 of them all at once?
It's hard to imagine that many would be working together.
Maybe it's chance. Another beast could have accidentally set it off.
Either way, let's split up and check it out. I'll hit the southern gate. Michelle, you take the Garrison. Celia, head to the church. If you find it, don't hesitate. You have to kill it.
Understood.
Michelle.
Now, let's go!
I've got to check the trap we set by the church. But if it's there, should I really kill it? I don't think it meant any harm. Hey, no, wait a sec! Think you can escape? It's fast, but my eyes can keep up. You won't get away this time! Once I catch you, I can do this. I have to, because I'm a member of Blaze. And that means following orders, even if I'm unsure. I'm sure I'll be facing more situations like this in the future. And when I do, I can't hesitate. I already know the path I need to take. I made my decision a long time ago. On that awful day. Wow, it's so fast. Wait a minute. Did the beast destroy the trap to escape it? If so, it's a lot more violent than it looks. Just a little farther. I can corner it at the gate. I won't give up! You're not getting away. Yep. Gotcha. Yeah? Gotta keep at it. Yep. go! I'll finish it with this! Last arrow. Yeah?
Celia!
Did you get it?
Yeah. Well, it stopped moving at least.
Nicely done.
If we just capture it, we don't have to kill it.
Unless it's here to send our secrets to the Empire.
Just look at it. That's clearly not what it's doing. It's a beast. It probably stole those things to make a nest or something.
Maybe, but still. I'm prioritizing the mission. I realize you may think it's heartless of me, but I won't expose my home or friends to any risk. I won't do it. You don't have to stand here and watch. The two of you have done enough. You can leave. The rest is my responsibility.
Hold on. Let me do this.
Celia!
I made a decision. No matter what happens, good or bad. Whenever life throws a challenge my way, I'm going to step up and face it.
But you...
Celia!
This is the end. Michelle, hey, listen, I'm
sorry, Celia.
Huh?
I'm too weak to handle this, so... You had to do it for me. Turns out, I haven't changed at all. I'm still just the same.
Maybe I'm missing something, but what's wrong with being you?
What?
It's like with cooking. You have your way of doing it, and I have my way, but they're both valid. Besides, it'd be weird if you were suddenly okay with killing. I want to apologize too. Sorry for being so indecisive.
Don't apologize. You're the kindest person that I know, and I'm not just saying that.
Come on, yes you are. Leo's the kind one, not me.
Oh, Mr. Foucault, do you think?
On that topic, I wanted to ask, do you two not get along?
No, we do. I don't have a problem with him. It's more like...
Oh ho ho! This I need to hear.
All right. Enough playing around. We've got a report to make.
Right!
Michelle, wait! She got away fast. I promise. If we're going to have to see hell again someday, then this time, I'll be right there with you guys. Leo, you go.
A byproduct of the Lassant experiment, the third aberrant, has been confirmed destroyed. Observation complete. Returning. It's interesting. Though she has no powers, she caught and defeated a beast of ungodly speed. Quite easily, it would seem. Celia Arvier. She could be a candidate.
Next time on Tales of Luminaria, episode Celia, The Observer. Looks like I'm heading to Hazar next. Should I get some souvenirs?